sorry. It just came out. Hey. Let's do this.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy Pride Month.
Yay. Kayla
this is very strong.
You could add a little bit more if you want.
No, too late now.
You're just like gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla sent a message earlier too, because rainbow capitalism. But he said the Pride section at Target was designed by a straight person whose only interaction with gays is Jack from Will and Grace. It's amazing, and I want it all.
I love that because just Jack. I need it.
I mean, it's true.
I need things. I need Pride merch. I don't have enough Pride merch, I feel. I only have a cute little flag.
I have a bunch of different fans.
I have a fan. I have a fan too.
To clickety clack.
Yes, a clickety clack fan.
The
yes,
flack.
of course. No, there's no other fan.
Kayla has a metal one and it's loud as fuck. It sounds like a gunshot.
That's trouble.
Yeah, I did it one time at Pride. Well, we were walking along and we were kind of it's Manhattan. You're gonna be. Well, I just did it once. It was super loud, and me and my friends were, "Oh shit!" it was too loud.
At a Pride festival, that's not cool.
Well, we were on the outside skirts, just kind of walking around.
Okay.
But yeah,
it probably just sounded like
It echoed off the buildings because we're in Manhattan.
Damn.
And I was like, "Ooh, that's loud."
It would too. Just walking by one of those parking garages. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The echo.
If you're new, welcome to the chaos. I'm Lorrie
Mel. Sup?
But yeah, you said your friend wanted to ask me something.
Yes. Oh, I mean, I know it. Okay. Because I'm like, I have it in my notes, but it was just a little reminder.
Well, having notes makes it seem like we're actually paying attention to the things we do.
Well, yeah, I had it in my notes, so I was prepared, but I have it right here. Fuck, marry, kill.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah?
Rice, noodles, or bread? Go.
Rice, noodles, or bread?
Noodles, also in parentheses, pasta.
Okay. Got it. I'm gonna marry bread because it's reliable and there's 80 million different types of bread and I love bread.
Heard.
I'm gonna fuck noodles and kill rice only because I grew up with rice and I eat rice still, but really not as often as...
So you'd kill rice, like...
Yeah, I mean, I've had it my whole life and I just... maybe it's time for a switch up, and I really love noodles. Okay. Only for the switch up. Okay. I could maybe be wrong. Ask me again in like 3 months, and I might change.
I thought you were gonna say 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
I was like, okay, I will.
90 days. Because rice is also a reliable side dish, so it does make me.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I don't know. That one's kind of hard. What would yours be?
All right. So mine is I marry rice.
Yeah, you marry rice.
Yeah.
It is reliable, I guess.
I'm gonna fuck noodles. And when my friend asked me this, she was like, a lot of people fuck noodles.
I also
a lot of people fuck noodles. And then I'm so sorry, but I would kill bread.
I can see that.
I just feel like I eat rice. I eat a lot of rice. I can eat it with so many things.
I guess you're right. I think I'm just trying not to be a stereotype Asian and picking rice.
I don't give a fuck. I'm Dominican and I'm gonna say rice.
But you're right. I do actually use rice a lot for a side.
Yeah.
And less bread. Charlie would definitely marry bread. She loves bread so much.
My younger brother would.
Her whole diet's bread.
Yeah. My brother would definitely marry bread. That's all he eats. That's his whole diet.
See, it's either I would kill rice or marry rice. So there's no fuck in between. Like
damn.
It would be either or.
You wouldn't get fuck nasty with rice?
Nah, noodles, I like to fuck with noodles every once in a while. It's like a nice surprise.
Same. And I don't have noodles all the time.
Exactly.
It's like a little...
And I like...
It's like a little luxury.
But I love noodles, though. And it's like,
I love noodles. I love pasta so much.
So I guess mine's not a straightforward... So it'll either be it's either I marry bread or rice. But technically, rice probably would make more sense because I do probably eat more rice than I do bread, to be honest.
Yeah, you'd marry rice, but then get separated. Fuck noodles.
Yeah, there you go.
On the side.
I fuck noodles on the side.
Yeah.
No. I was married to bread first.
Oh, you were married to bread first.
But then shit happened. We got divorced. And then I fucked with noodles. And then I found the love of my life, rice.
Yeah. And that's the way the story goes.
And my ex bread had to die. Sorry, because they were doing too much.
Causing way too much damage. Them carbs is crazy.
It's true. It's true.
It's crazy.
In the theme of marrying and fucking, as most queers have the last couple of weeks, the Ultimatum Queer Love came out.
Our show has come.
We can't speak a lot on it because we have to still do our DCOM and stuff, and we're going to a movie tonight. So we do want to touch on it, though, and just talk a little bit about it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your general thought of it?
Okay.
Do you like the messiness? Do you like...
I live and breathe.
Because you like reality TV, right?
I do.
I don't really.
I eat this up. I eat this up like nothing, like candy. Like, I slurp it up.
God, you always do the slurp noise.
I do. I hope you love it, too. I love the messiness. I love that everyone's
I do
fucking
like drama.
nuts.
I think that's where the queer and the chismosa, the Filipino in me
Yes.
likes the gossip and the drama a
That's
little
where we
bit.
thrive. Yeah. Truly. Honestly. Okay. No spoilers over here. I don't want to spoil anything.
Well,
but
this is going to come out in not this upcoming week, but the next week. So, I think people had time to catch up.
Well, if you don't want spoilers,
Sorry.
skip to another part of when we get to DCOM. Okay? Sorry. So, Ozzy is a runner. She a track star. Ozzy. I don't know.
They just go by Aussie, actually. So
Yeah,
Aussie just goes by Aussie.
Yeah, Ozzy is a runner and a track star. I feel like Sam needs to leave the situation.
Aussie, unfortunately, I relate to Aussie in a lot of ways
Okay.
because I have had similar childhood trauma
Okay.
and also have had burst outs like Aussie did when Sam and them were at the bar and they went outside and started bursting out. I've had those because I had a lot of deep trauma. But just because I relate to it does not also mean I think it's right. I think it's hard because a lot of people have different timelines. But there is a point, though, as a person and as an adult, no matter what age you are, that you have to make the conscious decision to do the work because you can't put that much emotional work on your partner. Sam is so patient.
I think
With
she's
everybody.
an angel. I
feel like there's the entire cast all has their issues, even people I like. I have different opinions on different people. But Sam, though, I felt was pretty chill.
She's very level-headed. Her EQ, her emotional intelligence is off the charts. The way she can talk people down from the ledge is crazy.
She had to gentle parent Aussie is what I can tell. And if you know what gentle parenting is, just like, I know you're not in a good space right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you shouldn't have to gentle parent your partner. I'm sorry.
Nope. I completely agree.
So the one thing, I feel like Aussie shouldn't be in a relationship and needs to work on Aussie. And I also don't think they should have been on a dating a reality TV show. I feel like that was just so bad for Aussie mentally. But would Aussie have had this realization that Aussie had to work on stuff if they weren't on the show? I feel bad because I don't think their trauma should have been broadcasted and then having all this pressure, but at the same time, would they just continue being like that?
I think
without being confronted by someone else? Because Aussie's comfortable in this relationship with Sam gentle parenting Aussie instead of and having someone as aggressive as Mildred come at you and experience what other people are thinking about you. Would Aussie have come to the realization that they really need to work on their trauma?
I'm not sure. I don't know whether they probably would have came to that realization on their own without the show. But I also think that besides the cameras and besides the the basis of the show, I did hear that that they had therapists on the show, like couples therapists.
Oh, you know what? I heard that reality shows do have that, though. That they have therapists on set if anything.
I didn't know that up until recently.
Someone posted about it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you know what? That's actually a good idea because reality TV shows are pretty
Because
rough.
didn't you notice how in the newer episodes, the way they were talking to each other, it seemed a little bit, especially Tiff and Mildred, the way that they were talking to each other.
But again, that begs the question, would they have had that, Aussie had that support?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
If Aussie hadn't gone on the show?
I don't think so. I think, and then also like when they were introducing each other like to their friends.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh.
And I don't think Aussie's an inherently bad person or anything. Just got stuff to work on.
No, because I don't believe that either.
We definitely have to move on to the next topic. See, this is why we can. I was questioning if we should even talk about this. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Just shoot through you're gonna have to give me an elevator pitch on every couple, and then we can talk about it. Okay.
All right. Cool.
What's your elevator pitch on every single one of them?
All right.
So we did
Xander and Vanessa. Wrong. They are not supposed to be on the show. Vanessa is the most evil person I've ever seen on reality TV. I know that we're not like villainizing everybody, but Ray and Lexi, I also don't think they should be in a relationship. Ray should be doing things on her own. She should be discovering herself on her own. Lexi is a little bit too much, and I think she knows who she is and what she wants, and I don't think Ray is ready for that. And Mal and Yoli, I feel so bad for my baby Mal. I'm sorry.
I have opinions. Okay.
I feel bad for Mal. I'm also rooting for Yoli and Xander. And Mildred and Tiff need to separate, even though it seems like they are doing well right now. I think they need to separate. I don't think they're meant for each other, and that's that. That's all.
Okay, that's all of them, right?
Yes.
Okay, so my opinion, all of them. Vanessa's clearly a narcissist. Her dad calls her out. It's not because they even admit, like, not having romantic feelings, other stuff for other people, and all. It's clear that she actually is in love with control. And not control, but power. Because the second that Xander, you could tell I forgot what happened exactly, but there was a point she was talking to Xander. It was after they did the first trial marriage thing. And Xander said something that was not really in support of her, but it sounded more positive. And she did like this little, she was trying to be serious, but she did a smirk. She went, and I don't remember what it was.
I've been watching a lot of recap videos lately. So I think that is definitely after their first trial marriage.
She wants that power over somewhere else. And that's why when she's trying to fight for Xander after she finds out that like Xander could be in love with someone else, is that. Which brings me to Mal and Yoli. I think Mal is a really chill person and a very nice person. I think both Yoli and Mal are nice people, but they shouldn't be together. But I know a lot. I don't know if I'm going to get hate for it on the Mal thing. But Mal knows how to speak eloquently and calmly, but I don't know if it's purposely manipulative, but it is a little bit. Like when she's talking to Yoli and Yoli can't answer, it's like, are you in love with Xander? And she goes, look, I don't hate Xander. I think Xander's a good person. You're calming the situation to make it seem like you're in support of this, but you obviously want to push them into a certain answer, but you don't want to seem like a villain because I've done it. And it's also, Mal was so quick on the Lexi thing and said change their view on like marriage and all this stuff so quick. But then once Yoli started showing interest in Xander and someone else, a lot of people try really hard to fight at the end for like a relationship, and like they try to fight for someone when someone else is interested, but that's because they're afraid of losing something, and not necessarily because they want to be in that relationship. I don't think Mal likes Yoli in the way, because there's another one. When Mal is trying to push Xander to tell them some tea on Yoli, and literally they did a cutaway with the interview that really with Yoli's quirks and all the other things.
With her mouth?
Or
her sass?
And her sass.
I remember that.
I think that it was a relationship where they started out friends and then started dating, and now they're too deep in it and don't know how to, because I think Mal wants to keep the relationship, But I think they know if they broke up, they probably won't have a friendship after that. Sorry.
Okay.
I will also say, but Yuli and Xander, the whole restaurant thing and texting each other and holding hands at the restaurant while with your partner, that was messy as fuck.
Girl.
Messy as fuck. So I'm not saying Yuli's not in the
I
wrong.
had the most mixed emotions at that part because I was like, oh my God, look at them. They're so fucking cute. Oh my God. But then I was like,
that was when they're in their second trial marriage with their current partner.
Do you remember the time when they were at their little cocktail party, that little party, when they basically told each other, like, let's go right now. Basically, like, let's elope.
Yeah. So don't get me wrong. That was kind of crazy. I don't think anyone in this they're not free of fault.
No.
I would only say maybe Sam might be the only one.
I think Sam
but I think every single person has a little bit. Even Xander, who's the sweetest little soft mask of life. But Xander also... The other thing, too, is you could see the separate conversations when they went into the second trial marriage that Xander... Because I think Xander just can't confront Vanessa because it's too much emotional. I don't think Xander realizes like emotional abuse that causes them to not say stuff because she was like, are you in love with Yoli? And Xander's like, I don't know. And like, you're not telling the truth. No. At least Yoli was straight up and was like,
do you remember the time where they were sitting outside facing each other and Vanessa was like, I love you. And Xander was just quiet and Vanessa's like, say it back.
Do you also see
say
that?
It back.
Vanessa...
Say it back. And it wasn't until the third time when Xander was like, I love you.
Yeah.
Like,
afraid.
Scared.
She's afraid. They're afraid. Vanessa uses also physical nuances to stop any conversation because they'll be in a fight, but then she goes like this. Sorry, I'm gonna... She'll be like this, and she's just like this, and touching the face.
Yep. All of that.
Manipulative.
Oh, every time. And it's...
All right. I gotta move on because we gotta... Ray and Lexi. I do agree with you on the Ray thing, but my Lexi take, I like Lexi too. She's also a character. I like a character. They're real people. Because I was thinking in context of TV shows.
They all are characters though.
Lexi, because I was thinking like in like all the TV shows I watch, not reality TV. But Lexi, yes, I do think she knows what we want, but also doesn't know what she wants. She's in the middle.
Dude.
Because she's a bit controlling over Ray. You can tell.
Talk about it.
With her parents, too, where the mom also is like, you either deal with it or you leave it. You know? But you could tell, she's like, well, this... When she got mad at the Vanessa thing, don't get me wrong, Vanessa sucks. But all she could talk about was Vanessa.
She's obsessed.
The obsession.
She is obsessed. When she was like, Vanessa has so much power over this relationship. You keep bringing her up, girl. You keep pulling the Vanessa card out of nowhere.
She also... she's not as controlling, obviously, as Vanessa, but she's kind of like Mal, where there's a little bit of control issue there, that they're losing control, and they don't like that. Lexi does know what she wants, but you can tell even when they're talking to Mal and when they're talking to Mal's parents and her parents, that she's saying the same things, but it doesn't really sound like she's sure what she wants. I think she still needs to explore her as a person. I think she's confident and has that independence that a lot of people at 24 don't really have sometimes, but there's still a little bit of nuance there that has to be worked on.
I agree.
She can't let go of Ray and can't let go of being mad at Vanessa. There's a control issue there.
Yeah, it's...
She's feeling out of control and she's panicking.
Yeah, I don't like the way she talks to Ray. I hate that I relate to Aussie and Ray because I've been both those people. I get you.
Because I also feel like I'm not heard sometimes, and it has happened in friendships and relationships, and then I get frustrated, or I do the quiet thing where I'm about to say something, but then it's just like, okay, well,
forget it.
Just here. Yeah, they shouldn't be together either. Nope. Tiff and Mildred.
Talk about it.
Oh my God.
They are sexy, aren't they? They opened up the show with it.
Physical attraction to each other.
That's all they got.
All they have is lust.
Yeah.
And I think, though, that Tiff, towards the end, the last couple episodes, is really trying to talk. Because after they were with Sam and they had that big fight or whatever, after that...
About the dog.
You can... Don't even... I love any animal, but you can actually tell that they're just projecting.
Yes. Yes. Because you can tell that.
You know what's really funny is that people really thought it was about the dog. It might have, at first, the dog is what triggered whatever
I think
projection. It was projection.
I will say, I think that maybe straight people thought that it was really, really ridiculous. But let me tell you how lesbians are with their dogs.
No, but
how
even
queers are with their dogs.
But even how queer, I can't speak. Even with how queers are with animals, like, trust me, I get it. But it was coming out of it. There's a part where it was really coming out. I'm like, this is projection.
Because she's used to just fighting. She's used to getting in screaming matches crazy? With Mildred.
You know that a lot of people, straight, gay, whatever, are so not used to a healthy relationship.
Mm-hmm. That they want to just like create a fight.
They just fight
for no reason.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's sad and wild because some people will work on it and want to stay in the healthy relationship, but some people will leave it because they're not used to it.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Now Mildred playing the Latina card.
I was gonna ask you!
Now Mildred saying, I'm Latina, I can't help it. But you can help me an asshole.
Bro, I wanted, the second I saw that, I went, where's Melissa? Where's Melissa?
I was like, you cannot do that, Mildred. You can't.
I'm Filipino. I'm loud as hell. And you know, our families are just as toxic.
Yes, but you cannot say that shit.
No.
You can't say that shit. I can't believe it. That was...
I wanted to ask you so bad. The second she said it, I was like... Is Mel watching this? I need to know. I need to know.
Yes. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe when she said that. I think
Mel, did you know that you're toxic because you're Latina?
I've been told that a lot.
Well, that's racist.
I was just like, nah, Mildred. When you watch yourself later, say that,
you know they filmed this 2 years ago.
Yes, 2021, and I hate that too because. I'm sure they're in so much different, like a completely different
lesbians?
Space. Yeah.
I mean, you know, the U-Haul joke? Imagine 2 years.
Do you think that they are with completely different people now?
Yeah.
Because that's what I want to know.
They've been popping up in my FYP.
All the time. Ray? All the time.
Lexi has, Ray has, Mal did.
Mal did too for me.
DJ Kittens had Aussie at one of her shows.
Ah, interesting.
She posted about it. They were dancing.
Funny.
Mal came up. Mal came up in mine.
Mm-hmm.
I think, Xander came up.
Oh,
Xander came up with Ray. They did a video together. Like a funny video.
I get that. I know they have a lot to talk about though.
I know, but it was like Ray. It was one of those sounds on TikTok, basically trying to teach someone how to use TikTok, and it was Xander. Aww. Also, their lips were Xander was not synced to the audio, which makes it even funnier.
Oh no, Xander, baby!
And I was like, this makes this even funnier.
Oh my god!
I can't imagine though taping something 2 years ago, and I understand most of these shows. I thought they would at least come out like a year after filming.
Yes,
but 2 years. Well, I guess pandemic. Maybe something happened.
I think
2 years is pretty long.
I think the Ultimatum and maybe the other Ultimatum or Love Is Blind was filmed at the same time because I think they're the same production company.
Mm.
Yeah,
but I feel like they're all with completely different people.
I think so too. I think they probably tried. I think maybe Lexi and Ray tried after the show. Maybe
probably. I believe that. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know who Yoli's gonna pick.
Should we make a bingo card?
Yes! Yes.
Should we remote watch it together and do like a small bingo card like that also not just includes who they pick, but maybe phrases that they use a lot.
Oh my God.
Or like mannerisms. I'm gonna be like Vanessa's gonna pull her hair back at least 15 times in 1 minute.
She's gonna smile at least twice in an argument. That's what she does.
She's gonna make it about her at least twice in the next 10 minutes.
Next 5. Come on. Maybe. Let's try that.
But yeah,
all right.
Ultimatum. We're gonna talk more about it with ourselves because we could talk about it too long, and honestly, I already know that every lesbian has already posted a million things about it. Dude, so
the recaps.
We just wanted to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, just for fun.
But we're gonna move on quickly because we're going to a movie tonight in like 45 minutes. So we're gonna watch Spider-Man. So pretty good.
So hype. Oh my God.
But we're going on to movies. Today's a DCOM day. Every other week we do a DCOM recap, I guess, a watching of DCOMs that we haven't seen, either one or both of us hasn't seen. And we're going to make our way to the newer DCOMs that were after our time, really. So yeah, and one of the next ones was Poof Point, which I thought I watched, but I wasn't sure. I will say the second I started watching it, I have watched it, but I didn't really remember it very well. So
same for me.
We just ended up just going with it.
Yeah.
I don't have as many notes for this one, but
look at all the notes that I have.
Damn, you have hella. I think I just forgot to write them down because I was doing something at the same time.
Well, I will say it's because Poof Point was my favorite movie that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it.
I actually really liked it.
You don't like the silliness of the Lawrence brothers, though? They're so silly.
Okay, it was silly, but this I really enjoyed. This I'll watch again and again, maybe.
I feel like I did like it when I was younger, but I don't know. I don't remember it all because when they started getting into it, I was like, I do remember this. So.
Yeah, I was remembering certain things, but I guess like I also didn't think about it as much. Yeah. But now I'm like, Disney was ahead of their time. Okay.
I don't have as many notes.
I have way past smart guy days. Taj Mori has grown because I was like, wow, this kid. Because I remember him from Smart Guy.
Yeah, everybody.
And like he was so tiny and
so
his voice
tiny.
was so puny. But he grew. I love that. Did you catch the subtle racial conversation?
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed that, and I thought it was interesting to also kind of do this movie based around this Black family whose parents are both these amazing, like crazy intelligent scientists, and these kids who are just kind of like not popular, but like
regular.
I don't know,
kids.
like just regular kids. They basically had a smart house. I love how they make their food.
That's true.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
That was so funny.
I do have the parents when they talk. I feel like at first I was like, is this how? Well, at least back then, what people think smart people sound like, because literally the dad, he makes his voice sound like this, and then and I was like, it's one thing to talk with a lot of large words and other things, but he made his voice. I don't know how to describe the inflection he had in his voice, but I was just like, okay, this is really weird. It was kind of weirding me out
because the mom had it too.
Yeah, but not as much. I feel like the dad almost seemed exaggerated.
Yeah,
or it could just be making fun of white people, smart white people who talk like this. Because technically, since it is a racial conversation, the people would expect, like, you know, as much seeing a Black family being like super genius types. It's always like white people. I don't know. That's just my take. That's just an
agreed.
It's not my. It wasn't my take while I was watching the movie. It was just a thought I had just now. But
yeah, for sure.
Maybe.
I have damn neglectful scientist parents.
Why is it always? But I feel like there are other shows and movies when we were younger where the parent either is really smart or they work a lot. It could be both. Why are they always so neglectful? Why can't parents be successful at their job but still be an attentive parent?
I think that thought wasn't really a thing back then.
I know. I feel like
couldn't
parents,
have it all.
I feel like parents. What is
You're
wrong with you, dude? I can't fucking talk today. What is wrong?
It's fine.
No speaking of English.
Bigger in system.
No.
Got you.
Hablo. English.
Not okay.
But no, it just seemed like. I mean, I think it's still kind of in movies and shows now, but it seems like parents get demonized for working a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually watching a show right now about.
I mean, both my parents worked when I was younger, and I never felt they were neglectful.
Same here.
Honestly, too attentive.
Yes. Honestly, y'all could have left me alone, Mom.
I mean, I am lucky. My parents, they were a little more lenient on me. I was the youngest, but still, it was just like, I mean, they both worked, and I don't know, they still seemed fine. Yeah,
my parents should have just left me alone. They're a little too overprotective. I couldn't do anything. Killed me. I have Who's Lil Bow Wow aged the fuck out of this movie. When this kid asked his parents, who's Lil Bow Wow? I said, wow, Bow Wow don't even go by that anymore.
Did I ever tell you that B2K and Lil Bow Wow were my second concert in my life. But my first one I didn't remember because I was so young. But yeah, Lil Bow Wow and B2K when I was in middle school.
I would have died if I saw.
I was so excited. I went with my sister.
Wow, they were my faves.
I knew all the songs. It was after Bump 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 came out too, so it was that album.
Classic.
And it was right before Lil Bow Wow was Bow Wow.
Ah, my God.
Or actually, was he Bow Wow?
You look so good. The way you move so fast. I'm crying. No, I mean you.
Actually, maybe he was Bow Wow. Like, he just became Bow Wow. Whatever. I was in middle school.
Was it when Omarion and... No, then it wasn't then.
You know, I'm literally going to look it up.
You remember when Omarion and Bow Wow did that collab album?
2K Bow Wow. It was called Scream Tour 2. I still remember.
Damn, I never got to do that because I wasn't allowed. Because my parents wouldn't leave me alone.
There's apparently a Scream Tour 4 at some point. What year was Scream Tour 2? 2002? Oh, I gotta go. I was 11. Oh no.
That hurts me so much.
Oh, my body hurts. My body hurts so much.
I was 11.
It was the Millennium Tour, B2K Millennium Tour.
Yeah.
Scream Tour 2.
Good old days. It was the EBERYTHING.
Let me see that body go bump, bump, bump.
The remix?
Oh my God. Yeah, he was Bow Wow then, but he just became Bow Wow, I think.
Yeah. He dropped the little set. Fuck that. 2002. What a good year for music.
I had a CD. I had the Millennium CD too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lil Bow Wow. That was a reference. That was a reference. When did this movie come out?
Maybe in 2000.
Poof Point.
Was it 2000 or 2001?
It's got to be around there.
We're in a whole new millennium, Mom.
We're going in order, in chronological order, so it's got to be like 2001. Makes sense.
Yeah. I have all scientists are crazy until they do something incredible. Because the whole neighborhood was like, this stuff is always blowing up because of your parents. And I'm like, aw, they're just scientists trying to make some incredible things happen. I laughed at, where did the fish go? Because I was making fun of like the voice that they were using. It was
way more notes to me.
Where did the fish go? The special effects were a little.
You said they were disorganized. You're right.
Yes.
I mean, you know how the ending of the movie literally is them figuring out that they didn't measure all the calculations with their weight,
with the fish,
but a fish weight.
Yeah,
bro. Also, I'll say it at the end since we're not really at the end of the movie, but silly Billy Gates.
Do you remember? Silly Billy Gates did this.
Marie and Marigold's moment. Oh yeah, that was sweet.
So sweet. I was like, no.
I want to say though, their teenage versions seemed more childish though. Like it was an exaggerated version of a teenager. Don't get me wrong, teenagers are dramatic, but the way they were talking, they were like, "No, man, I don't want to do." And like the way they were doing, I think
they were trying to portray what TV gave us about what a teenager was like. Because I think I saw those kind of teenage archetypes on TV a lot when I was growing up.
Yeah, but it was literally the way the dad would exclaim stuff. Or they were like, no, man. And he even did like these like mannerisms. And the mom did that too. And I was like, this is so exaggerated.
He was like,
don't get me wrong, dramatic, yes, teenagers
what were the words that they were using? They were using some slang terms.
Yeah, very simple ones, I feel like. They literally just said, like, I'm cool, and that's it.
And they were like, oh, this is slamming.
Oh, yeah, question. Was the slang from when they were teenagers, or is it supposed to be Taj and... what's Taj's character's name?
Eddie.
Eddie and Marie's slang.
They were saying cool a lot.
I feel like it was 90s slang, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just, the mannerisms and sometimes when they exclaim stuff was very over exaggerated, that it was very much a caricature.
Yes. Yeah.
Also question, Poof Point, they're just gonna poof away, right? At the end of it. Because this situation's weird. Every time I see de-aging in like a cartoon or some other TV show, their bodies de-age with them and not their minds.
And I thought
so they eventually like Benjamin Button it, except opposite actually because he gets older. But no, he gets younger. No, I'm right.
He gets younger. I've never seen that movie.
And then they just disappear.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. But they're still in their adult bodies, but their brains are de-aging.
I think.
So I didn't know how the poof would work.
I think it wasn't in the budget to do the most.
I get that. I get that. But I'm just so curious what the Poof Point meant. Would they just die? Or did they just disappear? Like,
I think they would
disappear, right? Like a DC.
Like the fish did.
Yeah, like the Flash, Arrow, those type of shows, they just disappear from existence. Okay.
Gone. Just gone.
Just curious.
Yeah. And then, like, if they were gone, then the kids would be gone because they wouldn't have never been born. Boom. And then I was like, oof, if we're not careful, we'll take on all the traits from our parents that we hate.
Oh, no!
That's why I said Disney was ahead of their time, because I'm like, this is important. When Eddie and his dad, Norton, what was that? I'll tell you something. Lately,
did you hit puberty?
Lately, my throat has been catching a lot. So if that happens more often today, it's just that that's
well, I can't even speak English.
We're fucked, okay?
It's not the alcohol. It's
really
today.
not.
It's just my brain today.
This is normal. But when Norton and Eddie were having that conversation when Norton was on the bike.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, that's my dad, man. Like, he's the one that does that. And I was like, ooh, see what happens when we're not careful? We turn into our parents eventually. Well, you know, I'm shook about that. I actually cried to my therapist about that this week.
Commercial is it? It's State Farm or AT&T. I don't know. It's where like you don't let yourself turn into your parents commercials. You've seen those, right?
Have I? No.
Oh my God. I have to find what brand it is, but they're basically commercials of people.
No.
They want you to sign up for the correct plan or else you'll end up like your parents. And it's like, they're like saying things like, they're just like, hey, not everyone. He's like, you don't have to have your phone on speaker in the store. Not everyone has to. Like, it's so my parents. Okay, I gotta find it.
Those are my parents.
God, I have to remember what commercial it is, but I'm gonna have a hyperfixation and try to find it. Oh, but yeah, it's very. I mean, we kind of do. I mean, a little bit.
I'm
a little
terrified of
goofy
that.
like my parents.
I'm a little terrified.
Also, my ADHD tendencies, I'm pretty sure I got from my mom.
I think I might have gotten that from my dad. Yeah. Oof. Let's get to this. I have Eddie and Norton's moment. That was cute.
The neighbors. Can I say the Karen 2001 Karens?
Karen and Ken was fucking with me the whole time.
Oh, see, my version of like a male Karen, I call a Chad.
Oh, Chad. Yeah. Chad.
And sometimes they're a little jockey too, so there'll be a Chad for sure.
Oh, he was definitely
Karen's and Chads.
Star of the football team.
And then the Asian version of that, like the mean Asian girls in high school, especially if you grew up in like LA or somewhere, like the popular Asian girls, they're Jennies.
Jennies?
That's what me and my friend call them, Jennies. We're both Asian, by the way, before you guys call me out. But you know what I'm talking about.
Jennies.
Fellow Asians, I saw the other popular Asians that were kind of mean too. They were Jennies.
Okay, Jennies. All right. I didn't have no idea. I was like, damn.
Which is so funny. I have so many friends named Jen. But they go by Jen, not Jenny. So.
Okay, yeah, that's different. Not Jenny. Oh.
But yeah, fucking Karen and Chad, bro. They're like, they're making such a, with no regards to people. There's even the part where they're like, we're gonna call the police if you don't shut this party down. You would never catch my daughter here. And I was like,
daughter in the background, like,
why? Because she's white at a party with POC.
Exactly.
But that's what it sounded, the way she said it. The mom even really sounded like the videos of the Karens you see now. Like the way she said it was like, well, she was like appalled. And the daughter was like, before you get judgy, she was like, before you yell and get all judgy is what she said.
The girls are MVP. The daughters are MVP for sure.
Fuck.
I have being 14 has never been easy.
Eddie with his dad.
I was like, damn, 14 was that tough? Was 14 that tough for you?
No.
I was like, I don't.
I was on student council. And
yes. Okay.
I played volleyball. I was also on the track
you were
team.
A jock.
Shut up.
She was a jock.
I was also an art kid, and I painted every set for any of our fucking like.
You were a jock. You were a friendly jock. You had friends in every circle.
The thing is, I always tell people this. I didn't have the same experience. I don't want to negate anyone who had a really tough high school experience, but honestly, mine was just pretty average. I also think like with the jocks and stuff, everybody knew each other. because a lot of the jocks were like all the sports people and band people, cheerleaders. Like a lot of us, not all of us, but like a lot of us were in AP classes together. So we were pretty mixed. Everyone was friends with everyone. Everyone was friends with band people. Everybody, especially football players. We all knew each other.
Oh, all right.
And don't get me wrong. There's toxic stuff, teenage shit, bullshit, whatever. All that happened. But I feel like whenever I see shows with the popular kids and all the segregated things, don't get me wrong, I did hang out with my group of friends, but then every once in a while I see other people. Everyone has their kind of groups you eat with at lunch, right. But you can walk around and say hi to people and it'd be fine. And obviously drama did exist, but the way it's portrayed in TV shows, I just never felt like that I ever related to any of them.
It's an over-dramatization for sure.
But I do feel like that does happen at other schools, though. Definitely, because I know a lot of people who didn't have a good high school experience.
Yeah.
And yeah, just personally, I never related to that aspect of it, the popular kid. Well, there were popular kids, I guess, but I don't know. Everyone just knew everybody because I feel like everyone either played sports together or we did extracurriculars together, like student council or stuff like that. I think everybody just kind of knew each other.
Yeah, I think I didn't start having a good high school experience until I was like 16 when I joined like choir, and then I got to join dance and I started gaining more friends like that. But like my first semester as a freshman, I hated it. I was in a transfer schools and everything. Didn't love it.
I'm trying to specifically remember freshman year. I didn't go into student council after that.
What made you join the student council?
What did I do? I don't remember why, to be honest. I just did it for extracurriculars. I honestly graduated high school with way too many credits.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I just was bored, I guess.
Just way too many credits.
I wish I could have sold them. That would have been great.
Selling your credits.
I took extra classes because by senior year, you don't have to take all those classes. I had 5 classes as opposed to people having 6 or 7.
Oh, yeah. By senior year, I was leaving school at like noon.
I could have had 4, to be honest, but I was just really bored during the day before work. So I just still had an extra class. But I left before pretty much everyone else.
I had a little statistics job at my school. With like
I worked at a grocery store, the commissary and the military base.
Oh, okay.
So I had a job,
cool.
But like for my shifts, it was usually later shifts because we're teenagers. Usually they have the teenagers in the later shifts. So I was just kind of get bored in between. So I still took another class even though I didn't need it. Also, do you think I paid attention to that class? No, not at all. Not at all.
What's my senior year? I was not really in school.
That's because I had enough credits to not have to take a lot of, like I did all of my required classes.
Yeah.
The only required class senior year that I had to take was like government or something.
Did you have to take exams? Absolutely every single time we record.
Did you see me like
Yes.
I was disappointed at that one.
Did you guys have exit exams that you had to do?
Yes, I think we did.
For each subject?
We gotta wrap up in like 10 minutes.
Oh, shit. What else do I have here?
But yeah, I think we did. I hardly remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, we had to take Regents exams for each subject.
Going to school in New York must have been a different experience. I keep thinking about that when I see kids on the subway and stuff going to school. I'm like, wow, what a wild place to grow up. I grew up in the burbs, so
Yeah, taking the train. I didn't have to take the train. Luckily, when I was in high school, I could just walk to my high school. Lots of blocks, but that was a fun time.
My cousin lived in Daly City and went to school in
Daly City. Mm-hmm. That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's where all the Filipinos are.
It sounds like a comic book city.
Everyone also. There's always a joke I make that Daly City is just an island from the Philippines that floated across the ocean and crashed into California.
That's a nice thought.
Because it's always foggy there of all the rice cookers. That's not my joke. I won't take that one.
Oh my god.
It's not my joke.
All you see is a red little light.
It is always foggy there because it's San Francisco, Daly City, foggy as fuck. But the joke is Daly City is always foggy because of all the rice cookers.
That's so funny.
So many Filipinos
there. What joke
is
that?
I don't know. It's been a joke that's been running for a long time. I don't know who originally made that joke. It might have been Rex Neverett. He was a Filipino comedian from like back in the day, but
yeah,
I don't know where it came from, but
That's
it's always
funny.
a funny joke.
That's a good one.
But there's hella Filipinos there. But my cousin, since our BART system really only goes to really main areas,
Mhm.
it's not as useful as like the subway. So my cousin had to take buses when she was a kid.
That's tough, right?
Like going to San Francisco and stuff. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The hills?
I had a student metro card. It was green and white.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they gave it to me for the bus because I was like far enough to take the bus or the train, but we would always just walk it, me and my friend. She's like, whatever, take that walk. I have, man, you gotta stop stealing my lines.
Oh yeah, Tasha's dad to Norton.
Yeah. And then I have parents getting in touch with their inner child is just crying face. The movie was ahead of its time. And then I have having barbecues indoors is crazy.
You're right.
I was like, are they
The
indoors?
smoke. That's gonna be. I didn't even.
Such a hazard.
That didn't even click in my brain.
Yeah, like they were not outside. There was no sun.
I just want to say this whole thing happened that they couldn't. Well, they're experimenting, but they couldn't fix the thing because they had to find the part. It's because their dog was petty. The entire thing happened because the dog was petty. The dog said, "I'm not getting attention from the dad." And I'm going to take this part from this machine. And he hides it under the stairs.
And he hid it.
Also, can I just say, not one moment in the movie did anyone pay attention to the dog at all.
Nope. No.
There wasn't one moment where, like, Eddie pets the dog or nothing. And the whole thing happened because the dog was neglected.
I will say.
Actually, I don't even think he was neglected necessarily. I think the dog was just, animals, they want attention. So
yeah, of course.
the dog was just like, meh, and I'm gonna take this.
I mean, granted, they were worried that their parents were gonna poof out of existence.
Yeah.
So,
But that's what I'm saying.
life or death.
The whole thing happened because the dog was petty.
Yeah.
And then once he got attention from Norton,
I didn't think he was petty until he buried the freaking thing under all of the stuffed animals. I was like, oh, he's doing it on purpose.
and then when he finally gets attention from Norton, he decides to give it back. This fluffy little golden retriever is just like, la, 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 la. I didn't cause complete havoc.
The dog is the villain here.
The dog's the villain.
The dog has his own little movie in his head going to his own devious
He was
plan.
the main character.
He's just Stewie Griffin trying to be diabolical.
It's the funniest thing. Because they would always do cutbacks to the dog.
Yeah.
Just like playing with the toy or whatever.
They're looking for it. Oh my God, everyone's
Also,
like,
it's clear that they don't know how to look for anything.
no!
You know what my mom used to say to me when I was a kid when I couldn't find it? I don't know why she used this as a phrase, but it was like, use your eyes, not your nose. But I was like, but if I had a good sense of smell, I would just be like a dog or any other animal. So, doesn't make any sense, Mom. And she was, knock.
Overall, I loved it. It was a fun little silly movie.
It was a silly, goofy time, for sure.
It was good stuff. I liked it.
What's the next movie?
Next movie is Scream.
Scream Team!
Scream Team.
I
That's definitely one I never watched, for sure.
love Scream Team.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch.
It's silly, but I love it.
Yay.
You're gonna see how young Kat Dennings is in it.
Yeah, again.
She's a baby in it.
Again, I didn't know she was
So
that child
little.
an actor.
So little.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry we had to kind of rush, but actually our DCOM recaps don't take that long.
Yeah.
We do end up going into other conversation anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have to head out.
You gotta watch the
Probably
movie.
Have another drink and then head out.
Yeah, baby. We're gonna be drunk.
I don't think I'll be drunk, but I'm gonna be
Well, you
like
won't be.
chilling. We have recliner seats. We're just gonna
Oh, amazing.
melt
I'm
in
so
it.
excited.
I know we already ate, but a part of me wants a snack.
It's fine. I got a chicken taco over here.
But yeah, thanks for joining us with our usual chaos. If you're new, thanks for tuning in. Follow us on the gram, Tiki Tax.
30's Dirty Thoughtin, por favor.
And
Email
then
us at 30 dirty and Thoughtin.
Our email is 30dirty and
30 dirty and Thoughtin at gmail.com.
If people actually email us, we might think about changing it, but right now nobody has, so.
No, nobody at all.
Please follow us, though, on Spotify and YouTube, and rate us on Spotify. You
Por
only have to
favor.
listen to a 30 minutes of an episode to rate it. So, I mean, even if you don't continue listening to us, but you didn't think it was that bad, can you just give us a little, just give us a solid? Something. We're still very small and we're just trying our best.
We try. That's all that matters. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.